I'm about to introduce the facilitator, Michael J. Olivier, who was a participant of SAFE in 2020. The last in-person festival before the COVID-19 pandemic. He is from Cape Town, South Africa, and has embarked on numerous ventures in the entrepreneurial space since the age of 15. He launched his first business at the age of 12 and bought a retail store at the age of 18. In 2019, Olivier started an entrepreneurship club at his high school, where he helps students at his high school launch their own businesses. He also started an online community called Teen Entrepreneurs with the aim of making entrepreneurship free and fun to everyone and everywhere. So currently, he's studying business, economics, and math at the African Leadership Academy. Over the past 2 years, he has consulted with both domestic and international businesses with regards to their finances, marketing, and operations. He is a 2021 Rise Global winner, 2022 Bezos Scholars, and the managing director of the South African Ideas Festival 2023. I introduce to you Michael J. Olivier. Welcome, Michael.
Okay, let me just unmute myself. Thank you so much, Peter and Isaac, for that lovely introduction and also for kicking off the session. I'm very excited for this session because this is a very, very important part of the South African Ideas Festival. It's where you get to learn, where you get to really unpack your business. And so it's the BMC workshop. And so I'm really looking forward to get to know more about you guys, get to know about your businesses, and really unpack every part of your business. So to get straight into it, because I don't want to waste too much time, I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of what we are going to be doing. So first, before I get started, can everyone hear me? Just give a thumbs up if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I love to see that. And then for this session, can I ask that everyone engage as much as you can? Also, if you have anything of your business on you, can you just keep it on you? Because we're going to go in every different part of your business, from your value proposition to your finances to your marketing. So we'll look at almost every aspect of your business. So if you have anything that you can keep on you, it would be great. If you can have a notebook and a pen or piece of paper, just know that you are going to be looking at every part of your business over the next few minutes. So yeah, just to give you a heads up. And this will be really good for you, especially for the final pitch, because this will help you understand your business better and help us understand your business better so that we can see how you are going to use the cash prize should you win the cash prize. Okay, so to start off, we're going to look at what is a BMC. So we're going to look at the business model canvas, what is its uses, and so on. Then we're going to go into the most important part of the BMC, which is the value proposition. We're going to go look at your customer segments, the channels that you use to distribute your goods and services, customer relationships. Then we're going to take a 10-minute break because this is quite bulky. So I do want to give you guys a little bit of a break so you can really go over, take time to take in what you have been going through, and then just rest, stretch, get off your screens for a while, and then get back onto the Zoom call so we can look at key activities, key resources, key partnerships, cost structure, revenue streams. And then we're going to look at an example of a business and how they use their business model canvas. So it's a hypothetical business and how they basically plan out the entire business using the business model canvas. Lastly, we're going to have a Q&A session where you can ask me any questions that you want to ask. It can be specific to your business. It can be specific to the BMC. And then we're going to close off and hopefully finish in the next 1 hour and 15 minutes. So let's get started. So first of all, what is a BMC? So a BMC stands for Business Model Canvas, and this is a strategic tool that you can use to develop and analyze your company's business model, right? So what's nice about the BMC is it's very summarized and you get to see your entire business on this canvas. So that's why it's called a business model canvas, right? So you get to see your entire business. So it's a visual representation of 9 key elements that make up a business model. And this provides a comprehensive and structured way to think about a business. It also allows you to easily communicate and collaborate with your team members, stakeholders, customers, investors, it just makes it easy for you to know every part of your business with just this one canvas. So if you can have like a page drawn out, you can actually draw the canvas, because I'm going to show you on the next slide the different sections, and it will really help you because you can really in each section you can just add onto it to better understand your business. And then it can be used for both new and existing businesses. So I know that all of you guys do have businesses, but I know you guys are at different stages of your businesses. So some of your businesses are very new, like it's only 3 months old, 4 months, it's less than a year. Whereas there is someone here that I think has a 10-year-old business. So the business has been going on for a very, very long time. And this is a model that can be used whether you're very new into business or whether you've been having a business for a very, very long time. And this will help you in terms of improving like different areas, pivoting strategies, testing out new ideas. And like I said, just understanding the entirety of your business. And it also has a significant importance that it helps businesses focus on creating value. So in the first part of the business model canvas, I will tell you about how important it is in terms of creating value, because that is what gives you a competitive advantage and what really helps money generate into your business. So value is very important, and it is something that I think throughout the presentation I am going to really stress. And then also I'm keeping questions for the end, but if you have any questions, make sure to write them down so that we can get to them eventually. So let's look at the business model canvas. So if you can get a piece of paper or a book or anything, and if you can draw out these 9 sections, right? So you have key partners, key activities, key resources, value propositions, customer relationships, channels, customer segments, cost structure, and revenue structure. So even if you can have a different page for each section, just try and get that now. I think I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes. Just quickly get a piece of paper, a page, a book, where you can write all of these headings and have space to write in under each of these headings. So yeah.
I'm sorry, my baby, ngicela uxolo. Ngikuxolele, my baby, you didn't mean it. Ngisathanda mna. I'm sorry, my baby, ngicela uxolo. I'm so sorry now. Ngikuxolele, my baby, you didn't mean it. Ngisathanda mna. Uvusabalele. 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 Uvusabalele.
Okay, okay. I know some of you might still be writing, but for now it's okay because we're gonna go over each section, right? So as long as you have these headings, because we are gonna go over every section so that you can really understand every part of your business. So we're gonna start off with value propositions, and we're probably gonna spend more time on this than the other parts of the BMC, because this is a very, very important part of the BMC. If you get this right, this is what will determine whether your business will really, really succeed exponentially, whether it will survive or whether it will fail. So getting this part right is really, really important. It's like it's key that you get this part right. So first of all, what is the value proposition? So the value proposition is a key element in the business model canvas that defines the unique benefit that a business provides to its customers. It answers the question, what value do we deliver to our customers? So someone wants you to write that question big and bold. What value do you deliver to your customers? Because in business, the whole point that you have a business is that someone has a problem and you are providing a solution to that problem. You're either making it easy for someone or you're creating an exciting and entertaining experience for someone, but you are providing them value. And because of that value, that is why they're willing to exchange something for that value. That's why they're willing to buy your product, whether they're willing to pay for your service. And so your value proposition is really important. And what's really, really key about your value proposition is how do you make your business stand out, right? Because you really want to offer something that no one else can offer. So what does your business offer that no one else has? And this is something that we are going to be looking in your pitching, because you can say that you are a bakery, or you can say that you have an ice cream shop. There's lots of bakeries, there's lots of ice cream shops. And if you're just going to say that's what you do, there's so many other people that can do the same thing. So what makes your bakery, what makes your ice cream shop so unique? So maybe it can be that you make flavors that's not found anywhere else in your neighborhood. Maybe you can say that you use local farms, like you use local goods. You don't import from overseas. What is so special about your business, right? And so this is what your value proposition is all about. So what we're going to do now is we're going to break out into breakout rooms. And in the breakout rooms, so there's going to be 4 breakout rooms, and you're going to conduct market research, right? And with this market research, you're going to look at what is your business all about. So if your business is a bakery and you sell cakes, conduct market research on what are the most popular cakes, what are the most popular things that people want to eat, who are your competitors in the area. So then like just conduct research in as much areas as you can around the product or service that you are providing, and then analyze your competitors. What are they doing? What are other bakeries doing? What are other ice cream shops doing? And so that you can better understand your business and how your business idea is unique to others. What makes you so different? And then consider your strengths also, because this also sets you apart, and this is how you create value, because you are doing something that no one else can do. So what are you strong at that no one else can do? So maybe you are really good at designing or coming up with creative names. That can be a strength that you have, and that sets you apart from your competitors, because you come with creative names, a creative experience for your product, your target market. And then lastly, test and refine based on feedback. So in your breakout rooms, once you have all of these things, your strengths, once you know your competitors, talk with other people in your breakout room, and so that you can actually get feedback on, okay, this is how I plan on setting myself apart from my competitors. And then you guys can help each other out, like saying, okay, but I actually know someone that does that same thing. How are you going to make your product different? Right? So I think I'm going to ask Momo now if he can just put everyone into breakout rooms. So it's going to be 4 breakout rooms. And then we're going to start discussing that. If you have any questions, there'll be one facilitator in each breakout room, and you could just ask questions. But this is for you to define what makes your business different. What is your value proposition? What value are you adding? Okay.
I'm sorry, I had a connection issue and I couldn't hear the first two section partner and key activities, but I had search on them.
a way to market your business in a possible way to make your business stand out. You have to make your business like sound unique and different
Hello, guys. Remember to turn on your camera, please.
Okay. Just waiting everyone to come back in. Okay, so not everyone was able to finish. Unfortunately, time got the better of us. But that's okay. That's okay. So with the value proposition, this is something like, especially when you're working. Okay, I'll wait for everyone to come in. Okay. So like I said, in our group, not everyone got to finish. I don't know if other groups, if you guys actually got to finish, like just sharing with each other. Okay, so I'm seeing nods now. So with the value proposition, I want you to know that this is something that you can still carry on doing. It's something that you should actually carry on looking at, because the business world today is like ever changing. So it's something you should always come back to. It's like, how can you actually always make sure that your product or your service is unique? How can you always add value? How can you add more value? So value, value, value. That's like the big word I want you to take away, because that's key to your business. Is what value are you actually adding to your customer? And that's really going to help you in every other area of your business. So I'm gonna share a little bit. I don't know if someone wants to. I think let's just have like two participants where you just go off, because I know in I group there was like some interesting things. I know Amani was speaking about how she has a bakery, and how she was speaking about the analysis that she had of her competitors was really good, because she knew exactly where they were, she knew what they sold, and she got a new competitor I think just 2 days ago, which was really interesting to share. And so I think that was just really interesting for her to share, and for her to know, okay, she has 6 different flavors where maybe a competitor only has 2. And that is a unique value proposition, because she has more options than her competitors. Just an example that I want to use from the background that I had. So because of time, I can't go through everyone right now, but I really want you guys to keep thinking about this. So I'm going to share these slides on the Google Classroom after the session. There's going to be a recording of the session. I don't want you to forget about this value proposition, because it's something really, really important that you should always come back to when you're thinking about your business, when you're thinking about what you offer to your clients. Always come back to your value proposition. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is customer segments, right? So customer segments is who is your target audience. So it defines the different groups of people, organizations a business aims to reach and serve. So we spoke about value proposition, right? And you spoke about what makes your product or your service and your business so unique, and what makes it that customers want it. So who are the customers that actually want it? So for example, I'm using an ice cream business because I work a little bit with ice cream. So I have a small shop, and the thing is with ice cream, if you think about customer segments, you're thinking about obviously people that love ice cream lovers. So that's one target audience. You're also thinking about families, because very often the picture that is sometimes built with ice cream is that, oh, it's a nice treat for a family to go out and have ice cream. Because it's seen as a luxury, item. And then there's also maybe young adults also, when they go on dates, maybe they want to have ice cream, like a cup of ice cream or ice cream cone. And so those are like the customer segments that you'd have maybe for ice cream shop. Whereas if it's for a professional website, I know one of the participants has like a professional website, which is similar to LinkedIn. You're going to look at more people that are working, people that are university, that are about to enter work. So you really want to think about who are the people that are actually going to make use of your product. And I'm going to give us about, because we're running short on time, is 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes fair. Okay. So we're going to look at, so just brainstorm. So I call this a model moment. So it's a moment where you get to work on your business model canvas. And so under customer segments, just like customer segments, try and brainstorm a list of potential customer segments for your business. And you can look at things like demographics, like are they male, are they female, non-binary, are they in your local area, are they international? So think about where they are. Think about psychographics. What are they into? Are they looking for something to relieve stress? Are they looking for something else? So just think about different areas. Are they the type of people that are looking to make things, they want things to be easier for them? So just look at those things: demographics, psychographics, behavior, and just brainstorm who your potential customer segments are, and then group them in based on similarities and differences in terms of their needs and characteristics. So for example, if you have families, that's a customer segment, the way that you would their needs would be a little bit different to someone that's maybe a young adult. So why do families want ice cream? Why do young adults want ice cream? So look at your customer segments and then look at group them into which ones are similar, which ones are different, what are their needs, what are their characteristics, and then select the ones that are most promising for you and easy for you to reach also. So I don't know, you guys can start working on that now. So like think about who are the people you're actually targeting and what how can you actually get to these segments. Okay, so I'm gonna give us about 2 minutes for this. So time starting now.
I said I miss you. I really miss you. So sorry. I'm
Sorry guys, what are we doing? I was away for a minute. Sorry.
sorry, my baby. I'm so sorry now. My baby, you didn't mean it. It's a time now. Ah, yeah. Usabalele. Ah, yeah. Usabalele. Yeah, oh.
Okay. So now, since you guys looked at your customer segments, please keep a note of it. I know some of you might not have finished necessarily, but if you didn't finish, just make sure that you come back to it after the session because you still will have time to go over these again. So these are just for you to understand the different components of the business model canvas. But afterwards, this is something that you should keep on working on for even like for the rest of the festival. So this will inform your, even when you pitch your business, we want to see these different areas of your business so we can understand how you're actually going to use the prize money in your business, right? So we already looked at value proposition and we looked at customer segments. And so now we're going to be looking at channels. And so channels refer to the different ways that a business delivers its value proposition to its customers. And this can be direct, indirect, or combination of both. Can also be physical or digital. And basically this is, how does your product or your service get to your customer, right? So if you have online business, it's how do they find out about, how do they get to your website? Do they find it out on social media? Do they find it when they're searching on Google? How do you get the customer to your store? So that's if it's online. If it's a physical business and you're selling shoes at your house, then obviously your channel of selling your product is getting customers to come to your house so that they can actually buy it. That's why I says could also be a combination of both. So it could be a combination of physical and digital, where people can order also, and maybe you deliver. When it comes to delivering, there's obviously transportation costs also, and you have to get the product to the customer. So I want you to think about in your business, how does your product get to the customer, or how does your product find out about your business and actually get the product? So how does it go from you creating the product and actually getting to the customer, buying it, and getting the product or service? So for your model moment this time, write down all the different ways that you currently deliver your product or service to your customers. So how are you doing it right now? Are you using a website? Are you doing it from your house? And then consider if there are any other channels that you haven't yet explored. So is there, for example, is there something that you haven't tried yet that you can maybe think of now? And then try and get about 5 different ways that you can get your product to your customer, and then list them in order from the best and worst in terms of how does it reach the customer and how much money does it actually generate. Because if your product is very cheap, but it's very expensive to transport the product, you'll end up not making that much money. And so you really have to think about which of these channels are the best to get to the customer and the best for maximizing the amount of revenue that you also get from your product or service. So I think I'm also going to give about 5 minutes for this, and then is it 2 people, just at least 2 people just to share, so that we can just hear a few examples. Okay, so just think about your channels and how are the different ways that you get your product or service to your customer. So yeah, we can start now. Okay. Can we have one person? I said two, but I was looking at time now. So can we have one person just share their channels, their distribution channels? Okay, the wheat wants to go, the wheat and Amani. Okay, just the wheat and Amani, and then we'll go. Can you guys keep it like as short as you can? Yeah, concise.
Okay. Are you guys hearing me? Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, hi guys. So, my business is basically called Bunna. It's currently working on like coffee distribution, and like I'm getting supplied the coffee products from local suppliers, and like my the main job of the enterprise is to distribute the products for the target consumers. And to keep it short, let me talk about the channels, which is one of the BMC structures, the business model canvas. So the channels include the first one is like I was thinking about social medias. So Bunna, which is my business, can leverage social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to promote its products and showcase like its coffee ceremony and engage with the consumers, and also to collaborate with with like influencers to reach a wider audience. And also the second subtopic which I mentioned inside channels is also local promotions. And so Bunna can participate in local events like coffee festivals and markets to like showcase its products and gain exposure. And also I was thinking about email marketing, and which means like Bunna can also make email marketing to engage with consumers and keep them informed of new products when it's available. And also it can be considered as like a promotion. And when there is also an upcoming event, we can like promote it on that and attract the targeted customer. And also I was thinking about also like online store. We can consider it as a channel. So Bunna can offer like an online store to reach consumers outside of its physical location. And also the last one is events. So Bunna can host events such as like coffee tasting festivals, workshops, and live music, to create a unique and engaging experience for the consumers. So yeah, Bunna can also offer private events for corporate clients and weddings and like some special occasions. So these are the current proposed channels for my business.
Cool. Amani?
Yeah.
Keep it concise.
Okay. My business is baking, so I own a bakery, and my current channels are word of mouth, people telling each other the cakes that they bought from me. Another channel is posting an ad poster on my estate's WhatsApp group, and also telling my friends I baking so they're able to buy cakes. Potential channels I'm looking at would be putting challenges for referrals. Every time you refer two friends, you get a free cake. It could be a way to motivate more people to talk about it, spreading the word further. Another one would be I have a website, but I'll say get a website because it's very simple to make one that's more functional and maybe do Google ads with it. So it's able to reach more people as well as social media. That's what I have so far.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And you guys have a lot of channels. I'm actually really impressed and really excited to hear your pitches also. So these are all things you guys should keep in mind for when it is next week Sunday, when it's time for you guys to pitch. Because I think these are very, very important things for us also to understand as a team. The next thing we're going to go on into is customer relationships. So once you know, like once you know your target audience, so like you know your customer segments, and you also know how you get to your customer segments. It's also important for you to know how do you maintain a relationship with them, right? And so customer relationships refer to how a business interacts with its customers to create and maintain strong relationships. And this type of relationship a business has with its customers depends on the nature of its business, customer segments, and channels. So for a bakery, for example, because that was the last example that was used, it is very important to build good customer relationships because you want them to come back to your bakery always. Even with the coffee that you're also distributing, you want to build a relationship with those that are buying coffee from you so that they can keep coming back to buy your goods or services. And so what I want you guys now to do, so we're going to split into 2 breakout rooms. Because of time, we're going to try and keep it to 2 minutes. So in your breakout room, I want you guys to create a role play where you demonstrate how important or how good customer relationships can positively impact a business. So in 2 minutes, I know it's a challenge, but in 2 minutes, come up with a story and create a role play where you are showcasing the importance of customer relationships. So you can show a shop vendor talking with a customer, selling a product, and then building a good relationship. And however you want to do, you can get creative as a team. So we're gonna have 2 teams, and that will be happening now. So yeah, we'll be split now into breakout rooms. All of the best.
Good job, Nazi. Oh, you should.
TK.
Okay, great job, guys. Is everyone back? Who
Mhm.
wants to go? Who wants to go
Uh,
first? Go first.
But the time was really not enough for us to, involve everyone in.
Yeah, it's just I'm trying to finish it so that you guys have enough time from this session to your next session because I don't want you guys to have like too little time in between. So that's why we like kind of, yeah. Time is never on our side. I can tell you that now. Time is, yeah. But let's see. How did that go?
Should we start?
Anyone that wants to go, just say who's in your group
Yeah.
and then you guys can go.
Okay.
Okay. Whoever's ready to go. Or should I choose? Should I pick and choose?
Our team members, let's go. The idea that we discussed.
Create in a room, I
Anyone?
say that
Yeah.
we can provide the best strategy to build the trust in the customer to use our service again and again and again. So this is the best strategy to keep up with the relationships or the positive relationships with our customers.
Are you guys hearing?
Anyone else?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So with my group, we're discussing about like how important is customer relationship, like building customer relationship for one business success. And we were trying to assume like, successful and popular businesses currently and how they treat this trait of their business, which is building like a customer relationship. So, for example, we were talking about Apple, the company. So, Apple as a leading technology company, Apple has like a long-standing and reputation for building exceptional products and providing exceptional customer services. So, one of the key factors I think that have played and contributed to success is building strong customer relationships. uh, for example, in my opinion, Apple's dedication to customer relationships is an excellent example for any business looking to create a loyal customer base in its bottom line because you know it offers like exceptional like sales services and listen to like customer feedbacks. For example, I used to use an Apple phone, and when there is any problem, I used to like send an email for the feedback team of the Apple, and they actually reply for me, and that really shows how much they care for for their customers and how much they are dedicated to help us in using their products. So I think their actual implementation of customer relationship had made them and still benefiting them on becoming like a successful technology company on the world. So yeah, this exactly really shows how much customer relationship helps you to build and become successful on your venture journey.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you guys for that. Also, after the session, like I said, just come back to these things. So also think about when you're doing your presentation, how are you going to maintain customer relationships? So we're going to go on a 10-minute break now. So I don't know. Can you guys, wait, let me just see. Wait, let me stop sharing. Yeah, so we're going to go on a 10-minute break. And then we should wait, guys. Are you guys seeing my screen? Can you guys see the 10-minute break?
Yeah.
Okay. So starting now, you can switch off your camera, get some water, stretch, and then in 10 minutes, we all should be back.
Cool.
Okay,
Thank you.
guys. No problem.
Malunya di mana? Oh iya lah itu. Malu.
Yeah, low come 500 meter, that's a reggae spot. Net mama zalang kamara de la scape. Naga blind it had the fucking escape. Dilega chet, I gotta give a chet. Dilega chet.
Okay. We're about to get back at it. How was that 10-minute break? Much needed, right? You'll be surprised, I took a quick nap. Like, quickly closed my eyes.
No. How was that possible?
Guys, I can take 5-minute naps. It's a skill that you should learn to master. 5-minute nap feels like an hour.
That's actually amazing.
Okay. Just give everyone just like another minute to come back. And then let's get started. So I'm looking at time, and like I told you, time is never on our side. So we are going to really be running through the next few slides. Just know I will share the slides with you guys afterwards, so you can go through all of these again, just that you can really refine your business, because this is a lot. You're looking at every part of your business in an hour and a half. So just know once you finish this, you can call yourself superhuman. This normally takes about 2 weeks to do. We're doing it in an hour and a half. But that's why I'm just going through it. But I really want you guys to take time to go through these things when you do have time later on in the day, throughout the week, so that you can just get back in the swing of things. So yeah, so we're gonna go straight. I'm gonna jump straight into it, like I said, because of time. So the next component of the business model canvas that we're going to be looking at is key activities. And key activities refer to the most important tasks a business must perform to deliver its value proposition and achieve success. These activities are the core processes that a business needs to carry out effectively to maintain and grow its operations. Right? Okay, so we've looked at so many areas of your business. Now this focuses on what do you have to do from the day to day to get everything done within your business. So, like I said, because of time, I'm gonna give the next 3 minutes for you just to write down your business's top 3 activities. So top 3, like the most important 3 things that you have to do on a daily basis for your business. So to make sure that your business actually operates successfully. So one important thing that I think everyone should have on their list is marketing. So that's obviously one key activity, but for the other activities for everyone will be different. If you have a website, an important thing will be maintaining the website and checking the website regularly. If you have a shoe business, it will be opening the shop and making sure that stock is packed, stock control, things like that. So what are the 3 top activities that you have to do every day to make sure that your business actually stays operating? So yeah, we're going to do that for the next 2 minutes. What are your key activities?
The PJ it's all full set. When no one like peer pressure, when no one like peer pressure, go fill up the table. I count the empty. Go fill up the table. I count the empty. No come 500 meters. Kasi register. Look, mama, lang kamaragal escape. Naka-blend it out. Fucking escape.
So we'll be done. We'll be done. Yeah.
Tema pela ama paya ke dipin. Presidente Maradona JC was velekis. Tikap perfiti. Mama lang kamaragalas ke naka-blend it and the fucking is ilega che tagirege goche ilega che tagirege goche. Lipiki hit to a full set. But no one like you peer pressure. 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 Go fill up the table. I count the empties. Go fill up the table. I count the empties. What's a gaboro to no ginya katramesi? Mazayadi bullet cover magazine. Chichite mapelo ama paya kadipin. President Yastrata Maradona JC. Low come 500 meters. Net mama lang kamaragal escape. Naka-blend it out. The fucking escape. Ilega che tagirege goche. Ilega che tagirege goche. PJ head to a full set.
Okay. There goes my alarm. Okay. So normally we would actually also now identify the activities that are most important and why, and then we'd reevaluate them to decide on what are the key activities. But we don't have the time right now. So this is something I want you guys to do after the session and during the week before your presentation. So just go over the key activities. There will be a Q&A at the end, and I want to get to that point in case you do have any questions. So the next thing that we're going to be looking at is key resources. So key resources refer to the assets and capabilities a company needs to operate its business and create value for customers. Examples of key resources include physical assets like equipment and facilities, intellectual property like patents and trademarks, and then human resources like skilled employees and management, right? So these are all the things that you need to operate your business. So like if you have a bakery, it's the tools that you use for the bakery. If you have a website, it's the software that you use for the website. It's the workers that you have. So if you're not just doing it alone, but also your friends, they are human resources. If you have a business and you have people working for you, you're also thinking about those resources. If you have a logo or a trademark, any intellectual property that you have saved. So that's all the resources that you have. So I want you to brainstorm and list out all the resources that you currently have or you will need for your business activities. So what are the things that you actually use in your business for the daily operations, and like what are the people that help you? And yeah, so that's what we are going to be focusing on now. If you have any questions, write them down so that we can come back to them at the end. So yeah, I'm gonna give you another 2 minutes for that.
Wala yake pia fresh, no wala yake pia fresh. Kuteka bora tunogin chaka tramasi. Basta yadi pila tukakapa magazine. Tema pila ama paya kadi bin. Tende kata Maradona Jay-Z. Naga blind tata aga sakla giske. Kilega che tagirege goche. Kilega che tagirege goche. Kilega che tagirege goche. Stick up, stick up, stick up, stick up, stick up, stick up perfectly. Cause vele stick up, stick up, stick up, stick up, stick up, stick up perfectly.
Okay. So once again, this is something that you should get back to when you do have the time after the session, during the week, before next weekend. So yeah, that is key resources of your business. Now we're going to look at key partners. So key partners refer to the network of suppliers, vendors, or other businesses that are crucial to your business model, and they can provide resources, reduce costs, and increase the value of your product or service. So there's a lot of ways that you can work with like partnerships. So for example, if you have a partner that hosts events and you sell ice cream, you can partner with the host of that event to actually sell ice cream at that event. And so that's why that's maybe a key partner you want to keep. It might be a supplier that you have that's maybe supplying you with the ingredients that you need to produce your products. So you obviously want to have good relationships with those suppliers so that you can get things like discounts when you buy in bulk and just build a good relationship with these partners. So key partners are very different to customer segments or customer relationships because these are the people that, you know, are buying things from you. But whereas key partners are the people that you can actually work with to increase the value of your product or service, to provide better service, goods and services, to reduce your costs and just improve how you operate, right? And so because of time, we won't really be able to get into this, but I just want you to also keep this in mind. So make a note somewhere to come back to which are the companies, organizations that can help you achieve your goals or fill the gaps in your business model, and try and list as many as possible. And don't think small, try to think as big as you can. Who's in your community that you can work with? Is there banks you could work with? Is there organizations? Are there schools that you can work with? And really try and think outside of the box of how these organizations, how these companies, how these people can actually help you as a business through these partnerships, actually increase sales, improve your products and services, and reduce the costs of your business, right? And then cost structure. So cost structure is really important, but the entire South African Ideas Festival this year is focused on money matters. And there's going to be a lot of sessions on how to manage your finances. So I'm going to go quickly through these because they are important as part of your business model canvas, because they help you to think about the different areas where money comes in and goes out of your business. But you guys will go much more in depth throughout the rest of the festival. We will learn more about your cost structure and revenue streams. So I'm just going to go over this. So cost structure is a component of the business model canvas that outlines the costs incurred in a running business. So in your operating business, these are the costs that you will incur. And they include all costs such as fixed costs, variable costs, and operating costs that are necessary to keep the business running. So fixed costs are just things that don't change no matter how much you produce. So these costs stay the same year after year, month after month, whereas variable costs are costs that change. So if you decide you're going to make 30 socks, if you're selling socks and you're going to make 30 socks this year, your cost will be a certain amount. But if you want to make more socks, you're going to have to buy more material. So these are costs that can change and vary depending on how much you produce. And then operating costs are just costs that helps with the day-to-day things that can also fluctuate, go up or down. And so what I want you guys to do over the next 2-3 minutes is brainstorm all the expenses that you incur in your business, right? So do you have workers? Do you have to pay salaries? Are you using a building? Do you have to pay rent? What are the supplies that you use, the utilities? Do you use social media marketing? Do you have to pay for ads? So just brainstorm all of those. And then for now, I'll say just brainstorm them. So we were going to go into where you would list them all and categorize them into fixed and variable costs, but we don't have the time for that now. So I would just like you guys to write it all down, keep it somewhere so that you have a session later at 5 p.m. today where you are going to be going deep into finances. Then you at least have those expenses to actually refer to. And also tomorrow, you'll also do financial planning where you have something to refer to when you are looking at your finances. So just for the next 2 minutes, just write down which are your expenses. You don't have to name, like, you don't have to know like exactly what the amounts are. Just know that you pay salaries, you pay rent, you pay supplies, you buy supplies, you pay for marketing, and then just list them down. We good? Okay, we can push through. We got this.
Yeah.
Got this. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Moving on. So the last part of the BMC that we're going to focus on is revenue streams. So revenue streams is just how is money inflowing in your business? Where do you get your money from, right? So from sales, they could be from ads, they could be from events, they could be, so which are the different streams that bring money into your business? So therefore, the source of income a business generates from each customer segment. A good way to identify revenue streams is by looking at the different ways a business can earn money from its customers. So how many different ways can you earn money from your customers? So I want you guys to think about what are the revenue streams. So I know I said we're gonna write down 3 different revenue streams, but I think maybe if we can have just one example. So is there one person that doesn't mind coming over and say what are 3 different ways that money comes into your business? Or it doesn't have to be 3. You can even just name 1 or 2. So anyone that wants to come off mute and just say what are the ways that money flows into your business? You don't need to put your hand up, just come off mute and go for it.
Can I go?
Sure. Go for it.
Okay, I'll keep it short. So I think the main revenue stream for my business, for my Buna businesses, I think it's from the sales of coffee drinks and traditional soup and snacks. That's like I give us a free for 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 the purchase happen. And additionally, Buna can generate also revenue from like merchandise sales and catering services.
Okay, no, cool.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, cool. Thank you for time. So yeah, so just want you guys to think about that. So like I said, after the session, just make sure that you keep these things in mind. So like even your revenue streams, think about, keep in mind of how money actually flows into your business. So I'm going to go through an example of a BMC of an ice cream business. I'm going to try and go through it as fast as possible, just so that you can see what it looks like to have the whole business in front of your eyes, right? So if we're looking at this ice cream business, I'm just going to call it Mike's Ice Cream. Mike's Ice Cream's value proposition is that they have high quality artisanal ice cream using locally sourced ingredients. That is a unique selling point because they use local ingredients, which means for the local community, they're going to want to buy ingredients that were sourced locally. They also have unique and creative flavors, which means the ice cream that is at Mike's Ice Cream shop, you can't find almost anywhere else. And they're also family-friendly atmosphere. So if you go to the shop, there's couches, there's plants, there's pictures of families, and it's a space where families can come and they can really feel like they are welcome. And that's their value proposition, because that's how they're unique to their competitors, right? And so then if we look at the customer segments of this ice cream place, we're looking at families, young adults, and ice cream lovers. These are the people that are actually going to buy the ice cream from Mike's Ice Cream shop. And how they get this ice cream to their customers is, if we go to the channels, you'll see that they have an online store, they have a physical storefront, they have farmers markets, and they also sell their ice cream at food festivals. How they keep good customer relationships: they have personalized service where they can create a personal ice cream just for some of the clients. They have a loyalty program where the more that you buy from the shop, the more benefits you get, like vouchers, coupons, and so on. And they stay connected with their customers through social media engagement. The key activities of Mike's Ice Cream Shop is that ice cream production. So they have to make sure that they have the cones, they make the ice cream, and they scoop the ice cream. Marketing and advertising is also very important because people need to know about their shop. And then customer service is a very important activity. How can they make their services easy for the customer in personal engagement when they are speaking to the customer and selling the ice cream? That's important that they do on a daily basis. And then their key resources are ice cream making equipment, inventory, so storing all the ice cream, and then the employees. They need to have employees to actually serve the ice cream. Their key partners are local farms and suppliers so that they can get locally sourced ingredients. They work with event planners, so if there are events, they can sell at the events. And then they also work with marketing agencies to improve their marketing and advertising. Within their cost structure, some of their biggest costs are costs for ingredients and inventory costs, so where they store their ingredients and their products, equipment and maintenance costs, so the equipment of the machines that they use to make the ice cream, and then employees' wages and benefits. And it's important for them to keep all of these costs in mind. And there's also the revenue structure where the way that they make revenue streams, sorry, so that's a mistake. So revenue streams where they get money from ice cream sales, catering events, and merchandise sales. So one way that they make money, they sell ice cream. Another way they make money is that when people have events, they can actually go to these events and they can cater different products that they have. And then lastly, merchandise. So they have, because they're also like based on family, they can also create merchandise like t-shirts, mugs, special cups for people that come to the store. Okay, so I don't think we will have time now for questions. I'm looking at the time, it's already 3:30. So what I'm doing now, if you go into the link, I'm going to send a link in the chat. So if you go to the chat, I'm sending a link in the chat where you can actually connect with any one of the mentors, and they have worked with business model canvases. So you can actually work with them to develop your BMC. So let me just see. Let me just see if I can send it. So I'm sending it in the chat. Just tell me if you got it. Okay, wait, no. This is to Momo. I'm gonna ask, can you send this in the group? Okay, so I'll put it also on the Google Classroom where you can actually connect with mentors, because I've seen I was not wanting to send in the group. Okay, so I'm gonna send it also in the WhatsApp chat where you'll get a link to the mentors, and you can actually speak to them, so you can actually connect with them and talk about your BMC, and they can help you in different areas. So they have open slots. You pick an open slot, and yeah.
Yeah, we got some group chat.
Yeah, so okay, so it is in the group chat. Okay, cool. And there you have it now also in the chat. So just use that, connect with a mentor, and they'll help you further on your BMC. And I'm sorry to rush it so in the end. But yeah, time is never on our side. So thank you guys. I'm also on the WhatsApp group. So if you do have questions that you want to direct to me, you can. Please feel free to reach out to me. I'll have a way that you can reach out to me. And then I'll hand it back over to Momo and Isaac and Peter. Thank you
Okay.
guys.
Thank you so much, Michael.